Hello, this is Greg from the Ircam Forum. Salut. Today, I would like to introduce you to the Ircam Forum. You might have already heard about Ircam. Ircam is the biggest place ever in the world where artists, musicians meet technicians and scientists. So Ircam was born more than 40 years ago under the visionary Pierre Boulez's direction, and what he wanted is, from one side there were like more and more digital analysis of sound and music and generative arts made with the first computers, and also more and more artists interested in tweaking this software and hardware and do some kind of like amazing projects. So what Boulez did is an institution, Ircam, standing for Institut de Recherche et de Coordination Acoustique Musique, so Institute for Research and Coordination between acoustics, physics, math, science, and music, arts, and now digital arts and beyond. So Boulez thought that by putting all people together, they might probably pop up some very nice idea that will benefit to the both parties. And it did. It started in the 70s, and it's still going on today with plenty of like new interesting software that were coming from the need of artists and made with the rigorosity of scientists, I would say. So what is Ircam Forum? Ircam Forum is, let's say, the doors of these institutes that is open to a wider audience. So from working together with very high-level scientists, together with very high-level contemporary composers, some software emerged, and finally, Ircam was like kind of like a cavern with very cool tools and very cutting-edge technologies. So Ircam decided to open the door of the lab and to share the software and tools with you, with the world, with everybody who would have. Who would like to create with very original tools. So Ircam Forum is born like 25 years ago, and the idea was to gather the community of users, of passionate people. Passionate people that were in the need of new tools and to create. So Ircam is now like 200 people working in several areas of production, of teaching pedagogy, and or production of artworks, and it's like a lot of people in the same building. It's I think this is huge. This is big. Ircam is the biggest place where actually science meets art in the music, in the contemporary music area. So 40 years of innovation made by researchers, developers, computer music designers, and also sound engineers, and also composers. They were also kind of like scientists of music. And together they produce technologies in various ways, like inventing new languages, or inventing or providing some codes, libraries, and even like doing like dedicated software. There are many research teams, and that has been evolving through the years, but some teams are here for like still studying like for more than 20 or 30 years the same subject, like spatialization of sound, for instance. And other teams are emerging also depending on the trends. And for instance, now we have this spatialization working as well on mobile phone, and that makes like a new whole area of interaction with mobile and stuff like this. So at the very core, we have the computer-assisted or aided composition. This is really crucial, and I think this is the area where composition meets math. Then you have orchestration, the movement interaction with dance and with gestures, the voice processing, so how we can do speech synthesis, singing synthesis, or do some kind of voice effects. More broadly, as sound processing and signal processing. Also, we did a lot of hardware stuff, and like the famous Vitalino accelerometers, and also because we study instruments, the physics of instruments, so physical modeling, but also the way we can specialize the sound and how we perceive the sounds and the music. That helps like people doing like sound design, for instance. And finally, also some urbanistic projects now that are more and more connected to stage scenography, and so it's just like bigger and bigger. And for instance, we invented a language called Antescofo for writing electronics, and now this language is also used for video production, for instance. Okay, so all these technologies are made available by the IRCAM forum. So you can just go into the website forum.ircam.fr, and you go to download, and you can start to use all these things coming out from these research teams. Okay, who are you? There are many people in the community of the forum. So the ground is that people are passionate with music and technology and sound innovation. Then it's a lot of artists, composers, creators, performers, also video and now like digital arts people. And but it's also academic, connected to the academic network. So IRCAM Forum is supporting various teachers in conservatory, universities, music schools, and highly supporting artistic researches through the scope of technologies and education. Finally, there is also a attraction from the professional network. So the people who work really with the sound, like post-production, production of film, movie, theater, and also more innovation related that use our technology insight, some startup or venture, corporate research centers, architects, sound designers. So it's a ton of people that are working, creating with our tools and sharing. And this is why we did this IRCAM forum, is to share. So there is, for instance, for each project, each technology or each artistic research, or there is a dedicated discourse feed and thread, so you can always hook up with other people interested in the same, let's say, the same area and same research, and you will have the possibility to communicate and to reach these people, which is the most important thing we are supporting. Thanks to our website, we are actually building up on various discussions you have and creating knowledge with that. So thanks to you, together we are building like a FAQ with articles, with events, chat rooms, discussions. Progressively, we are building together know-how and mutual learning and tutorials and how we can create and with all these treasures. So for that, Forum renewed itself like 2 years ago, the platform, and is now able, thanks to the Git technology, is hosting a GitLab. And so it's able to store projects in various aspects of a project. So you can have some articles and discussion and stuff like this, but you can also add some data, some sounds, some code, some patches, workflows, various material that helps you to do your project. And as it's a Git technology, it's mutual, it's a collaborative, you can have also versioning of research, artistic research project, which is crucial, and also make it accessible to the world. So there is, of course, a platform is a good thing for a community, but we know that we like to gather all together and to share physically as well what we're doing. So IRCAM Forum is organizing 1 or 2 events a year and many events online. And the idea is to make the members showing off and showing up what they are doing with all these technologies and what they are doing with their art practice and performing arts and researches and what they develop like softwares and new thing, and to present to the world who they are. So these events happen generally once in Paris at IRCAM, and also once in the world. And also online, as I said, with a lot of webinars and meetups. So stay tuned and come join us in the community to share and to learn. So yeah, so finally this community is around the world, like around 20,000 people coming from various parts of the world and various parts of the art world, I would say. Also from various parts of the professional world. And they are sharing data, projects, technology, software, sound, artistic researches, articles, events, and stuff like this on the platform. And finally, we are organizing events to gather all these people and to basically have fun. Okay, so IRCAM could be thought as a digital sound and computer music center of gravity as a wrap-up, where people can experiment, can research and create. And it's a place to meet, to learn, and to teach, to share, to play, and finally to live, because we want to live our love for music and technology. Okay, so to do that, and in order to help you grabbing technologies and stuff, we changed the formula. So that means that 3 years ago, well, technologies were accessible, but they were kind of like hard to grab because you had to pay before. Now we set up all free. Okay, so what does it mean free? It's free to discover. So you can download everything on the website and start building on various libraries. If you're a Maxer, for instance, you would be interested by Antescofo that is able to follow the music and to trigger some electronic events together. If you're a dancer or a performer, you might be interested by Gesture and Sound library that makes you able to learn and attach sound to your gestures and things like these. You can use the Max Soundbox to make pitch analysis or choir effect and stuff like this. Modalis would be the best place for physical modeling of instruments, where you can do like strings from the earth to the moon and get the sound of it. Omax would be dedicated to improvisation, so you will be playing, for instance, a violin in improvisation, and the computer is learning and following you up and like suggesting some development and continuation, a bit like the Magenta project is doing with deep learning. Mubu is a very big library that makes you able to stand for multi-buffer. Basically, it will help you doing some multimodal things. So if you do gestures or video together with sound, with other kind of like data, use Mubu. It's wonderful to visualize, to do machine learning, and to just handle your data properly. So Orchidea is a very nice project that makes you do some orchestration. So you give a sound and it gives to you back which notes should be played by an orchestra, for instance, to play a sound that is sounding like the sound you gave to it. The SPAT is the world first one technology for spatialization of sounds. So if you take a source here, you do trajectories and stuff like this, and you wonder how does it sound like in your headphones, or you wonder how would it sound like your studio, or when you enter into a theater with like 30 speakers, whatever diffusion system you will be, whatever the many speakers you're using, you will be always able to decode with the SPAT and to have like the same perception effects of spatialization. SuperVP for Max is wonderful for doing voice processing in a very high quality way. So if you're bored with auto-tunes and stuff like this, you can use SuperVP that will bring to you a very high quality in voice processing. Then you have once you grab this and start to build, then you will you can do that freely at home and stuff like this. But when you go on stage, then we ask you like kind of like, okay, you are producing yourself professionally, you're doing a concert, probably you earn money from this concert, so please retribute and kind of like donate or subscribe to the pro license. So as soon as you do public events with our libraries or software, please subscribe to upgrade to the pro license, and you will also have like many you will also have access to exclusive software like AudioSculpt, Panoramix, Cutart, or Sol, that is Studio Online, which is the biggest instrumental database, sound database at Ircam, with a lot of various extending techniques. And if after that you kind of like master our technologies and start to build a educational program, then you will be our main support, and by subscribing and upgrading to institutional academic license. So this license allows you to really like to teach with the SPAT or to teach with AudioSculpt. And also, you will enter like into a VIP circle where we will put you very next to the researchers, and you can really enter into a more supportive relationships with Ircam. So this is the way we are actually we renewed this our formula is that okay, we leave it free for experimenting, for discovering, for do whatever things you you need for creation and for research. But as soon as it becomes like professional, as soon as you start to use it on a daily basis for supporting your work, then we ask you to kindly contribute to the forum by subscribing and upgrading to a pro or academic license. In addition to being able to teach, for instance, with our technology, you will also get some reduction fee to partners products like Spat Revolution, Ircam Tracks, TS2, Snail, and also you will access to a reduction for professional trainings on various libraries and open music, for instance, which is the most used tool for computer-assisted edit creation and composition. Finally, you can also enter the community physically by joining to events, and you will have some reduction fee if you subscribe or upgrade your account. So what's new? What's coming up? I'm leaving you with this kind of like prospective vision. So TS2 was, we're actually November 2020. TS2 is a new software that came out in June 2020. If you have a premium account, for instance, you will have a reduction to TS2. This is, so TS stands for time stretch. And this is the way, this is a wonderful tool to do really like some very high quality post-production things. So if you want to stretch a bit of speech in your voiceover, or you want to do like a pitch shifting on whatever other kind of like recording, then you can use TS2. And also it's very good to visualize sound, because you have many ways to visualize like wavelets and stuff like this. It's crazy. Then you have Panoramics as well. Panoramics is inherited from long research on spatialization, and is like the perfect Swiss knife for people that are working with several formats and several loudspeaker system and complex setups like ambisonics or people that wants to work with binaural techniques. And so the Panoramics is merging all these technology into one software where you can do, for instance, your mix in a stereo in using headphones, and you do your stereo mix, and then after people say, oh, we want to play your music in a theater, but we have a 5.1, and now you have a big concert with more than 30 speakers, and instead of like redoing your mastering each time in place, then you will just like trust Panoramics, and it will output and bounce in various formats the same mix, ensuring you that you will always have the same perception of space, independently of the loudspeaker system you're using. It's really powerful. Melodic Scale is a device, Max for Live device for doing some kind of like very high quality auto-tune. And something that is coming soon, and we're really excited. This is the SCATART. So SCATART is a mix in between, it's a Max for Live device, and it's a mix in between mosaicing techniques that makes you able to color any kind of sound source with another sound source. And also concatenative technique from the CutArt software, where you can really start to build musically some textures and do some really creative sound design. So CutArt is coming soon, so stay in tune. Okay, so finally, there are plenty of libraries and technologies that are supported by our members from these more than 20,000 people. They are on a daily basis uploading new projects and new stuff. And so feel free to grab everything you need, and also feel free to share. It's really easy. You just have to click on one button to upload what you want to do, your patch, your OM, Open Music patch, or your Max patch, or whatever sound or technology you want to share. And you will probably have very soon some feedback from other people from the forum that we're eager to exactly find out what you are bringing. And this is what is cool with the forum, is that actually we are all like creators making a ton of things by ourselves. But actually there are many others that are doing the same thing, and building together we can just go forward together. Okay, so I thank you very much for listening to me and offer me this so much attention. I hope this has kind of like makes the vision of IRCAM Forum simple. The idea is just to welcome you and to see with you what we how we can help you. So feel free to reach us. You can subscribe today, it's free, and then after you just like send a message to me or to whatever message in the bottle to the community, and you will probably have some feedback very soon. Thank you very much. That was Greg for the IRCAM Forum, and I see you in another video. Bye.